In short and in essence, really what part of the foot we push from in many ways will control how all other segments move in swing. So how we move through the head, how we move through lower limb, how we move through the spine, even hands and arms are very much connected back to, for example, then really what part of that foot we push from. So this is very much a playful exploration, which I'd encourage you all in some ways just to kind of find those quiet corners and kind of play with this then to see what it means to move this way. So start to say, for example, as we kind of move through backswing, if I start to push off my kind of lead big toe, how does that then influence then, for example, say how the pelvis moves, how the spine moves, how I move through hand and arm, the position, for example, the kind of hand and club in the swing. Equally so then if I start to push more off the inside of the heel, how can that then influence how I move? So again, what part of the foot we push from hugely controls how all other segments move in the swing. So often when we start to see adaptations, say for example, through the hand pass, through the spine, through the pelvis, when we look more at those kind of ground reaction forces, what it can relate back to is actually what part of that foot we pushing through. So to give them some additional examples, as we move into downswing, just start to play with initially, push off the outside, almost that kind of fifth metatarsal, the little toe, the lateral part of that foot, as you push off that kind of lateral border. How does that then influence then how we move and swing? And start to go more towards big toe as we move and swing, push off that big toe. Okay, what do we then start to observe, say for example, in how we move, how we rotate, and also what direction we move in. Then as an example, then start to move off the inside of the heel, the medial part of that ankle, the inside part of the foot, along that first metatarsal into the base of that big toe and down, and then really start to connect, and then your awareness and your feedback then is to kind of how you move in swing. So again, what part of the foot you push from will control how all other segments move. So you may have, say for example, an observation through how the head moves, the hand path position, what you see through the pelvis. What it can connect back to when we look at, say, more of the ground reaction forces is actually just what part of the foot you're pushing through. So use that very playful approach. Start to go through lead foot, trail foot, backswing, downswing, push off the inside of the heel, push off the outside of the foot, push off little toe, push off big toe, then start to see that all phases in swing, very much your awareness of, your meaning of them. When I move off that part of the foot, how does that then relate to and connect back to then how all other segments move in my swing?